Have you ever been outside somewhere when suddenly the sound of bells filled the air? I don't mean just the deep bongs telling the time. I'm talking about when the bells actually play a song. As Emily tells us, Belgium gets props for that.
Let's start with Bells Vocab 101. Bell tower, a tall, narrow structure designed to house a bell or bells. Guess you could have figured that one out on your own. How about the word belfry?
Belfry?
I don't know what belfry means.
A bell that's free. I don't know. No, I don't know.
While belfry is often used interchangeably with bell tower, more accurately, the belfry is the part of the bell tower that holds the bell or bells. Last quiz question. Promise. What's a carillon?
I have no idea what that is. A carillon. I don't know what it is.
A type of food?
Good guess, but no. Carillon refers to a set of bells in a tower played using a keyboard or by an automatic mechanism similar to a piano roll. We'll come back to this part in a moment. The quaint city of Bruges is home to one of the oldest and tallest carillons in Belgium. At 272 feet, it's almost exactly half the height of the Washington Monument. Tourists are invited to climb the tower's narrow and very steep steps, all 366 of them. Fortunately, there are things to stop and see along the way. This room was called the Treasury. In olden days, it's where money and important documents were stored. Then it's back to more climbing. We're finally in the belfry. This is one of the carillon's 47 bells. Though a bit hard to see, here's the hammer that bangs the bell on command. One of the first carillons able to play complex music was designed by a composer who was actually blind. His name was Jacob van Eyck, not to be confused with the Flemish painter Jan van Eyck. Notice the small bells on Jacob's table. He was experimenting with arranging them by note so they'd be capable of playing melodies. To do that, the musician, called a carillonist, sits at a console. It has keys, called batons, as well as pedals. Each baton and pedal is connected to a particular bell. Let's listen to a musician playing a carillon console in Belgium's St. Rumbold's Cathedral. Remember this part of the definition? I'll explain. In medieval times, they used a computer. Well, since computers weren't invented for another 500 years, they didn't actually have a computer. But they did use the basic binary concept of computing, ones and zeros. We've probably all seen pianos that seem to play by themselves. Looks eerie, doesn't it? Inside the piano, there's a roll of paper. The paper is fed up to this roller. You can see the paper has columns of holes. Each column lines up with a specific piano key. When air from a tube is blown through a hole, that causes a note to sound on the piano. And you get this. The same principle applies to mechanically operated carillons. But instead of paper and air, a giant metal cylinder is used. Above this cylinder are levers, each connected to its own bell. When a peg hits a lever, In computer language, we'd call that a 1. The lever rings its bell. If there's no peg, nothing hits the lever, so no bell. Call that a 0. Like I said, the same binary principle our modern computers use. Of course, it takes an expert to arrange the pegs in such a way that when the cylinder rotates, the desired music is heard. So, the next time you're walking down the street and you hear bells ringing out of tune, now you know how it's done. With a bit of Belgium, I'm Emily.